Good morning, guys. It's a new week. Happy New Week, first of all. And I've not vlogged in forever. I think I uploaded my last video on Wednesday. I was supposed to bring up the last one concerning the topic I dropped about depression on Saturday, but I was really under the weather and I've not really vlogged in forever. So I put up the video about the concluding part of depression and Wednesday, fingers crossed. And also put up I was supposed to drop a food vlog, but I think I'll just try to use this week to drop 3 videos that I already worked on. So guys, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's still morning and I have to do some things. Bye. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know I should have finished filming this since, but in an African home you get called at every interval. So I promised I was going to finish up this topic, depression. And okay, before I continue, you see the 6 people are going to keep on seeing this on me because this is the only thing acting as a microphone for me right now until my own finally gets to my hand. Yes, we finally ordered for a microphone. Yeah. So without much further ado, let's dive into the topic. As usual, I always make my research before coming to you guys. I always make my research, so I won't come here and blab rubbish. So I actually stopped at okay, before I continue, I want to actually say thank you to every one of you that called. Thanks to those that actually sent a message to my DM via WhatsApp and Instagram. Thanks to those ones too that had to bug me on Facebook too. And to those ones that had to share their own personal plight with me. Those ones that had to tell me what they went through about this thing called depression. Actually someone said something that made me feel happy. I don't know if I can drop it on the screen, but I shall try. Person was like, he was actually going through some things, and actually the person is my friend, so he doesn't know who to talk to at that moment before my video popped up on his screen. As I always tell you guys, on your notification bell, so whenever a new video comes up, you'll be the first to be notified. I kept on saying this, on your notification bell, so whenever a new video pops up, you're the first to be notified. If I bite my mouth, actually. So it was like when the video popped up, I had to watch the video, and he was really like, after watching the video, according to him, after watching the video, he had rest of mind that he was so happy, and I think the video solved his problem. So, and that is I'm actually doing the concluding part of this depression. So without wasting much of our time, I don't want this video to be lengthy. I don't want it to be lengthy. Without wasting much of our time, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so to subscribe. Drop a comment so I'll know where to serve you guys, and also don't forget to share this link to your friends and family, because some people will need it very well. So just right into guys, not me trying to film this video and then my mommy came in with a gist. Come and gist me. Hey god, anything that will distract me today. Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost. My mommy, she's low-key my amiable one. Let me say this very well. My mommy is my amiable, we're not too close, but when it comes to gisting, oh god, that man has an A1 in gisting. Okay, back to our video, Jerry. So I already told you guys I already told you guys what depression is all about, what depression is all about in men, women, children. I told you guys the symptoms of depression and things to do to avoid depression. So I am going to continue from where we stopped the last time, which is the treatment of depression. And then, okay, this treatment actually, we advise you see a medical practitioner, that is a therapist, for this treatment, because the drugs there is not something that I can easily pronounce. Just telling you the truth. So We have treatment, we have medications, and then we also have medication side effects, medical side effects. We have things to do, things to eat, to avoid it, things not to eat. We have the triggers, what triggers depression. We have risk factors. We have how to avoid depression. So in treatment, we have support. We have like three major things or three major ways to treat. So we have, please ignore my little brother at the background. We have support. In support, this can range from discussing. Do you want to go outside? Baby?
I want to go parlor.
You want to go to the parlor?
Yes.
Oh yeah, go. Close my door when you pass, okay? Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So we have support. This can range like you talking to a family, or you know someone that that's really depressed. You actually talk to the family of that person to actually see a therapist, or you educate the person on what depression is all about. Educate the family, the people around that depressed person, educate them on what to do whenever this person is feeling this way, and in that way they can know how to help their child when he or she is depressed. We have psychotherapy. This is situation where you have to talk to a therapist. You have to talk to someone, and majorly a therapist. You have to discuss one-on-one with this person on what you're feeling, how your body system is. If your body system changes, you have to like talk, like it's a one-on-one deep conversation with your therapist. So we also have drug treatments. This is the main three treatment. We have support, we have talking to a therapist, and then we have drug treatments. This one is a doctor can prescribe antidepressants. So that is where I'm going to talk about those drugs, antidepressants. A doctor can actually prescribe antidepressants. You don't take any drugs if your doctor has not recommended one for you. Don't take any drugs if your doctor has not actually recommended one for you, to avoid to avoid increasing your depression. So avoid it. So we have medications. Now I'm actually going to just list three major ones. The rest are minor. We have the antidepressant can actually help, though it helps to either treat moderate or severe depression. So we have the Ssris. I think the medicine student on my page should know about this. We have Ssris, which is the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. We have the SNRIs, which is the selective serotonin and neuroepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. Did you get it? Because when I was actually doing the research, when I had to call my doctor to actually help me pronounce this thing, what I was hearing was perferin. And then we have the atypical antidepressants. So each of these drugs actually work or actually act on a different neurotransmitter. That's it. So some drugs can take a while to have an impact on someone's body. Some might just immediately. So that was it. So SSRIX and SNRIS actually have a side effect. I said SSRIS is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and then the SNRIS, which is SNRIS, which is selective serotonin and neuroepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. They have side effects. Now let's be serious right now. The side effect of these two major drugs is nausea, constipation, diarrhea, low blood sugar, weight loss, rash, and sexual dysfunction. This is their side effects. So that is why you actually need to see a therapist to actually break down this for you. I'm actually telling you based on the research I made. And then we also have okay, after taking all these drugs, you're being advised to stay on diet or take food that will help you do away with this. So eating a lot of sugary or processed food can actually lead to different or various health issues. Yes, more sugar, like eating a lot of sugar, is actually very bad. We all know that as human beings, too much sugar intake in our body is bad. High sugar level is bad, low sugar level is bad. You just need a moderate mild sugar level. So I'll tell you the things to always take. You have to take more fruits. Fruit actually helps. That is how you hear an apple a day keeps the doctors away. You take more vegetables, veggies, more fish. Fish is actually very rich, like it helps the body. I don't know if you are the fish fan, you should know what I'm talking about. Then olive oil, all these things help in reduction of depression symptoms. And that's it. What's it? Okay. But it's spoiled already. You spoiled it already. I should blow it like that. We didn't buy a new one. That is what I face. It's spoiled already. Let me blowing this in the 150th time today. Yeah, take. I'll buy you a new one. Actually asked if depression is curable. Scientifically, it has not been proven that depression is curable, but we have remedies. We have things you can actually do to avoid all those things. There's no cure for depression yet, but there are effective treatment that can help with reducing depression. So the earlier the treatment starts, the more successful it may be. If you notice that you're being depressed, the earlier you talk to someone, the earlier you avoid it. The earlier, I know it's not easy to avoid, but the earlier you try to do away with things that is bringing that depressive act, the better for us. So we have things that trigger depression. Things that triggers depression. We have emotions. Yeah, when you turn on someone's emotion, it actually gets them so fucking depressed that it's always very hard for them to speak up or talk to someone. We have psychological or physical events. Okay, we have this psychological or physical events is like example, loss of family member, loss of finances, like for example, my dad lost a huge amount of money. Yes, I won't actually call the amount here. I knew the man was in between taking his life. I'm sure I'm sure he must have thought about taking his life, but you might have remembered that, oh, he has children, he has a wife to take care of, another thing. So you shouldn't just go like that. So we have medical conditions also, such as people that have obesity. I know those ones are the ones that actually get depressed very well. We have people with heart disease. Yes, I can actually relate to that. Yes, we have people with diabetes. Diabetes patients actually also are depressed, especially those ones that have wounds, and when you keep on seeing that wound on them, it actually makes them feel very bad. So we also have incomplete recovery. Okay, this is when you start taking medication and you feel you're okay, and then you stop when you've not completed your dose. That's actually very bad. You need to complete your medication and then you feel you're all right already. No, so incomplete medication after recovery is bad. Don't stop. Finish up your medication. Do as your doctor or your physician or your therapist might has actually told you to do. Do exactly what they have asked you to do, and wash yourself care with that. We have stressful life events such as loss. Yeah, I said that already. Family conflict and changes in relationship. After that, if you want to break somebody's heart, make sure you are breaking somebody's heart that is strong enough to handle breakups, not someone that you just call the person and you be like, yeah, it's over, and then the person see the person with you, person will commit suicide. Let me tell you the fact. There's some people that it's still very hard for them to do with breakups. So we have risk factors, things that can actually risk in depression. So we have the risk factors of all this is using recreational drugs such as alcohol, drugs. People that do cocaine, I pity them a lot, because when it will hit them, that is when they will know what they are doing to themselves. Alcohol, so having sustained a head injury, like it actually also, that's one of the risk factors. Experiencing acute stress. I don't know if most of you have experienced that before. Acute stress, like stress that will bring you down. You start wondering what happened, and then living with persistent pain. Yeah, most people actually live with pains that it's very hard for them to deal with. So how to avoid depression? How to avoid depression? We have avoid stress. That is number one. Avoid stress. No matter what you're doing, avoid stress. There's an evidence of a link between stress and depression or anxiety. They have this link together. Stress, anxiety, depression. We have this link together. It is not always possible to avoid depression, but taking steps to do so will help to avoid it. So avoid depression. If you're this kind of person that work 9 to 5 and it's already tiring to you, please take a break or you quit. Yes, I know the country is hard, but take a break or you quit. Getting enough sleep and rest. Yes, get enough sleep and rest. And people actually find it very difficult to sleep at night. So what you should do is try to work on yourself. Try to avoid things that make you stay up all night. Yes, try it and it will help you a lot. Learning to say no. Say no. Like learn it. Learn to say no. Like I learned these days. If you want me to do something for you and I know that thing is going to stress the hell out of me, I'll say no. And that's on period. I do that even to my own parents. If I say that what I'm going to do for them is actually going to stress me out or it's actually going to make me feel bad. I actually had a fight with my mom the other day, and not really like a fight. Actually had a little outburst with her, and then she was shouting and stuff like that. And after everything, she was like, "Okay, she come and so I just said, I'm sorry, I can't. I have other things to do." Now my mental, like I hate it when I'm having an issue with any of my parents. It breaks me down. So I had to just like take a break from the house. I went to go and check for 1 or 2 things to do and then get back myself. So I had to, like, in a very hard way, I had to learn how to say no. No. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. You too, you should learn it. Taking breaks from work. I said that already. Take breaks from work. If your work is going to stress you, take a break. Practicing breathing exercise. Yes, I do that more often. I breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. It helps. Yoga, do exercise, do things that will make your body heal and healthy. And that is it. Exercise a lot. Diet. If you're this fat person and you feel that walking, jogging, and all those things will help out, my love, check what you eat. Cut down some things. Cut down the things you eat. It helps. I have a question that if she wants to eat, if she has not taken 2 bottles of Pepsi, she will not eat that food. And that's bad. Okay. We say a healthful diet may help prevent depression. So I'm going to tell you things on or how to keep your diet. 1, fresh fruit and vegetables, they help. Yes, fresh fruits and vegetables, they help. Green teas also help in keeping your diet healthy. We have fish, I already said that before, and then soybean products. I don't know if you guys notice that soybean is actually good for the body, but someone like me, I don't take it. I don't know why. It doesn't taste good in my mouth. I still don't know why. I may use that to train us, but I'm the only person that is different from my siblings. I don't take soybeans. And also, take for that break. And also, I'm going to tell you guys how to control your sleep. If you're the type of person that is always finding it difficult to sleep, because we have this strong link between depression and insomnia. People that find it very difficult to sleep actually have this depressive thoughts going on in their head. So lack of sleep may actually worsen symptoms of depression. I don't know why this thing is getting dragged, but I think I'll set it later. So yeah, some tips to actually help you guys out. So I made a research on it, and then go to bed and get up the same time every day. I set my time to always go to bed once it's 9. Once it's 8, my phone goes on do not disturb. So if you're calling me, I only get to see the missed calls, but it soon gets to ring out. Do not disturb. And then my phone is from that 8 to 7. All my apps are locked. Everything is locked because I want to actually have this quiet time to myself. I don't want to see a movie. I don't want to come online. I don't want to do anything except I just feel like doing it. So I actually have to like work on that part. sleep, get a 9 to 10 hours sleep. Yes, 9 to 10 hours. Like that is how much I love my sleep. And then okay, try to ensure the room is quiet. Yes, I can't sleep in a noisy room. I can't, no matter what. Except maybe I've slept off, boom. Anything, maybe the noise can come later, but sleeping in a noisy room, I don't know how to sleep, and I can't sleep with lights on. It will be very difficult for me to sleep. So sleeping in a quiet room and a dark room actually helps. And again, a comfortable temperature. If the room is too hot, it will be very hard for you to sleep, and if it's too cold, it will still be very hard for you to sleep. So you need to be very comfortable so you can be able to sleep peacefully. Then do physical exercises during the day. Try to exercise your muscles. Okay, you can actually do this baby pose. Just, I don't know, I can try to like put up a picture of what baby pose looks like. You do that. You try to do something that will help your body so you can actually get enough sleep in the night, or you try to do something that will distract you in the night. Like if I want to sleep if I want to sleep early, if I start the sleep is not coming, I try to watch a movie, and then at that point I know that I'm going to sleep off. It actually works for some people. Reading, opening a book can actually make someone sleep off. Avoid drinking too much fluid 10 to 15 minutes before you go to bed, or avoid drinking anything fluid before you go to bed. Let me say you're going to bed by 9 o'clock. Don't take water once it's 8:50. That's it. Avoid too much fluid. Follow a healthful diet so that you'll be able to sleep well at night. Not around 8, 7, 8. Yeah, following fufu. Who does that? That is when you start looking for. You're gonna attack somebody. Okay. Also, avoid alcohols and drugs. Please avoid it. Avoid it. Now we'll have talking to therapy. Talk to a therapist. I've actually finished talking about ways you can actually find sleep, a peaceful sleep. So we are still talking on how to avoid depression. So I've actually told you guys on how to like get some sleep. So in the concluding part, we have talking to a therapist. Please, if you're feeling depressed, talk to someone. Talk to a therapist. Talk to someone. Talk to a therapist. Someone that understands what you're going through. Talk to someone. Don't go and die for nothing. Don't go and die at the age of 19, 20, 21, 25 without achieving anything. Don't die for nothing. Avoid common triggers. Avoid things that, like, if it's bad news, there's always bringing that thought to you. Avoid it. If losing a special one will actually do that to you, please just see it as, and it's weird to say about as a blessing. I lost my uncle and my siblings, the ones that are close to him, actually very, very down. My mom is down, everybody is down, but I know how it feels. But me not being close to him doesn't mean I'm not really feeling bad about it, but I know what they are really feeling. When I lost my favorite grandma, so I know that feeling. Asking someone to help out on occasions, or on some occasions, like actually begging someone to help you out when you feel you need it. Joining a support group. That's one thing I love about Americans. Once they start going through one thing or the other, they join a support group. So try to join a support group. If you're not that type that can talk to someone, join a support group. That is where you get to talk out your feelings or whatever you're feeling. And then always try as much as possible to avoid depression. And that's it. Try it. There is no guarantee that anyone can avoid these triggers, but being mindful about them may help find ways to maximize their impact. Depression is real, so always try to avoid it. And so therefore I pray for someone today that whatever thought that might be going through your mind and making you go through this depressive act, I pray the Almighty God will come to your aid in Jesus' name. So this brings us to the end of the topic, depression. If there's any more question you want to ask, come to my DM and ask, and then drop your thoughts too about this talk. About this talk, depression. So I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Fingers crossed. I'm going to keep you guys updated in anything I'm gonna do. And I'm also gonna share my journey with you guys on how I overcame depression.
I don't see my hair.
Bye.